Good morning, how y'all doing? I've had some buffalo given to me, and spalled it down some, but still real thick pieces. And I'm gonna test it, see if it's got enough heat. And I'm gonna show you how to work these big pieces down. Now look at this piece here that drops down like this, and the way it comes back with a crack right there. I know I'm gonna lose this. I'll probably just try to knock it off like that, because of that crack. But anyway, it comes back this way. So what we're looking at is right through here. So what I want to do is, this is a natural platform. Right there, I'm gonna run that flake down that way. And look how much thinning that did, just in that one flake. I hope I got this thing running. Yo, bear with me. I can't see the numbers covered up on it. Yeah, it's running. All right, right here, I'm gonna trim it down. On that side, look at that. And probably what I'm gonna do is come right here and hit in this way. I'm gonna try to trim it down a little more. Thin it from the end. Look at that. Boy, this piece heat treated good. Hope the rest of it turns out this good. I'll be a happy camper. Hadn't had any good buffalo in a long time. What we're gonna do now, I'm just going around trimming some sharp edges off here. Look at, kind of turning them. We got a nice ridge. If I can get it right, I got it ground. I'll hit right there and try to run it down that ridge. It shattered all the pieces, but it went down it good. I'm gonna come in here and try it on this side. I probably won't hit on the ends anymore, because I don't want to make it shorter than what it is right now. Look at the material. You can move a lot of material like that. So now what I'm up against, let's say I wasn't gonna hit on the ends anymore. I'm hitting on it, but I'm not shortening it. I'm gonna come down this way. See if I can take this off right through here. Got me a platform set up. Look pretty good. Be honest with you, I was hoping it would run about half as far. But that's okay. We just keep going down it right there. I'm gonna try to run it this way. Look at that. That's already looking good right there. All right, we got this is sloping this way, and if you hit what you call an overhang, you don't do any good. So what I need to do is try to do like this, and straighten some of this mess up. Then I'm gonna come down with little flakes this way. That's gonna get that overhang out of it, I hope. Won't know until we look at it. I'll just do it a couple of times. Oh yeah, I got it out of it. Now I'm gonna come this way. I got this overhang out, so after I come this way, my edges below my center line like this. Now they don't start coming across here. I got some big hinges in there when I was pulling that over because I didn't hit down enough. But I'm gonna come behind them, so that's okay. Don't bother me a bit. I ain't scared of no big bad hinges. We're scared we're gonna call the police. We'll get Dan Collins come and take this place out. Look at that, I already took half of it out. This ought to get the rest. Yeah, it did. That big old bad hen is gone. All that is ancient memories. We should have took a photograph of it so we look at it every now and then. Boy, that was a bad old hen. All right, kind of messed up here. I'm gonna grind this. It's already set up pretty good. Get the sharp edge off. And a little messed up area here. I'm gonna clean up real quick. That right there did it. There's no hinges. That's pretty. That side's pretty. That's ready now to make it to a point. So right now I'm gonna put it over here in my box out here. This one ain't so bad. It's being thick. Thickest end is right here. We got a bunch of cracks right here. So what I'm gonna do is already turned over right here. Now we gotta do this hit a couple of times. I'll show you what we got. It's gonna come this way. See them cracks that were right there? Come right up into them. If I turn it, if I hit this way, nope, it didn't go that far. I didn't hit hard enough, and it stopped and hinged. So I was trying to go that way, and I slowed my swing down to make sure I was going the right direction. So I didn't hit it hard enough, like I did the first one. I'm gonna see how far the rest of these cracks go. It ain't far at all. Hitting on this big old thick end right here. What I'm doing is I'm narrowing it each way. Like this. We call it zigzag or flip-flop or whatever you want to call it. Crack running around here, I got it. That crack caused that big dip in right there. So now what I gotta do is try to see how this has been over. I gotta bring it up. I'm gonna try to hit like this. I'm hitting this way. Coming down and hitting my leg. That's how I know I'm hitting this way. Good enough. Now we ought to be able to take this out. And by hitting like that, I turn this edge this way. Look how pretty that come out right through there. That's what you're looking for. Now I got a big old rounded off head right here, so I'm hit this way. And that ain't working. Now it is. Got me a sharp edge now. I thought for a minute that wasn't gonna work. I'm gonna have to do another way. But it come out and did right. I don't normally talk about birthdays, but today's my birthday. I'm 78 years old. And I'm going to be honest with you, the Lord's blessed me. I really didn't think I'd ever make this far. It was a heart problem I had a couple of years ago, and when they went in and put the pacemaker and defibrillator in, I said, well, probably a year or two and I'm going to be gone. Kind of thinking about my family history and stuff like that. And I got to doing good and feeling good and riding my motorcycle again and doing things I used to do and got going pretty good. And I said, well, this ain't too bad. I got used to that big old defibrillator and pacemaker in my chest and big old knot in my chest, and finally adapted to that. And I said, well, this ain't that bad. And then all of a sudden, a year and 5 months ago, I woke up severe pains in my arms and couldn't hardly move them. Go to the emergency room and they do a CAT scan and tell me I probably got a pinched nerve in my neck. Need to see a surgeon, and y'all know that story. I've go there to it so many times, but anyway, after seeing the surgeon and having an MRI, no pinched nerve in my neck, they don't know what's going on, so they want to do a nerve conduction test, and that's a 4-hour test, and man, my legs was hurting now. I was hurting everywhere. And I had lost all my strength. I wasn't strong. Couldn't hardly walk. I was so weak. So I go in and get all them tests done, and after 4 hours, the 2 doctors doing it, they said, well, nothing wrong with any of my nerves. I didn't have any nerve block. And they didn't know what was wrong with me, but I had the strength of a 5-year-old child. And I said, well, that don't surprise me. I can't open a water bottle. I can't even open a plastic bag in a box of cereal. I'm not strong enough to do it. I said, I can't hold a heavy glass of water in one hand. I just have 2 hands to drink. They said, well, something's serious wrong with your muscles, and you need to find out what it is. And I'm gonna stop here. This is pretty good to finish up, but I would like to get this out before I put it in my finished up pile. See how in there, that's a big dip. So I'm gonna start right here. Anyway, long story short, after another 3 months, did some different blood work, tested me for everything in the world. They found out I had rheumatoid arthritis bad. In fact, the doctor told me, said, I don't see how you walked in here. He said, this is the worst I've ever seen. I think my number on it was 1,800 and something. And normal was like 700, I think. So after getting on medication, that pain's gone away, but it's still real weak. It's taken me a long time to build my strength back up. I'm just now getting my strength built back up. Like I said, it's been almost a year and a half. But in May, the 14th of May, my birthday is the 10th today, but the 14th of May, after going through all that arthritis crap, I got the shingles. And man, I thought I was gonna die. I got them on the weekend. I go to the emergency room, and they can't find anything. They tell me I have no idea why I'm hurting, what's wrong. And I wasn't hurting all the time, just pain shooting through my back up under my arm. And I go home and pain shoots through me, and then it don't, and then it does. And might go 5 minutes and then one shoots through, and I come flying out of that chair, I'm hurting so bad. And I got ready to go to bed that night, and looking in the bathroom mirror, and I looked back there and I had blisters, and a whole row of blisters from my backbone all the way up under my right arm. I never seen nothing like it. I didn't know nothing about shingles. Called my wife in, she said, oh my gosh, you got shingles. Well, doctor said ain't nothing they can do for it. I'd caught it early enough, they could have given me something that would have helped. Since it was over the weekend, that's a pretty good piece. I didn't get it diagnosed soon, so I still have it. And May the 13th will be 1 year, and it burns right under my arm here, comes all the way up to my breast, and it never stops. It's like a medium sunburn. Not for 1 second have I had relief in almost a year. And I cannot sleep with it because of that. And they give me medication to make me sleep. And that's the only way I can sleep. And I keep thinking it's gonna go away. And I asked my doctor, I don't know nothing about him. And he said it could last to the day I die. He said he's known some people that had it for 20 years. I said, well, I ain't gonna have them for 20 years, that's for sure. At age 78, no, I'm not gonna have them 20 years, Doc. I promise you. They won't go away before then. He laughed. He said, well, at least you got a good sense of humor about it. I said, yes, sir. This is all you can do is laugh about it. And I've been blessed. Can't complain. Getting my strength back. Did some pressure flaking. A couple of days ago, I showed you what's called a V pattern flaking. And if you told me I could run flakes over an inch, I would never believe it. I could run flakes over 2 inches before I lost my strength in my hip from the arthritis. But I'm steady getting my strength back. Now I'm gonna tell you my secret. Not exercise. Never did no physical therapy. I ain't got time for that stuff. Not exercise. Other than this. This is some exercise. Picking up these rocks and moving around. But I got to researching all this stuff, and you can't believe everything you see or hear or read, what I meant to say. And but some of it I agree with, and some I thought was right left field. But I do know that they said you get weak in the legs, and see, my legs is the weakest thing. After the age 60, you start losing muscle mass in your legs. They're the first things that go. This rock didn't get enough heat, so I'm not gonna put it upside. I'm just gonna put it down there. Put it in another bunch when I run it hotter. This is crazy shape here. But I've been listening to Dr. Victory, or whatever his name is, on TV. What don't want to break? That means there's a lot of cracks usually. When you hit a rock like that and it should break, it's a good angle and everything, it don't. It usually means the shot waves going in some cracks somewhere. But he says protein. Protein, protein, protein. And he said what you eat for breakfast is 2 boiled eggs. Maybe some avocado toast. But eat a lot of salmon or tuna, as long as it's not pen raised. And don't laugh, they have nets out in the ocean where they trap those things and they raise them in the ocean, and they feed them a lot of growth hormones, so they'll grow faster. And that's bad. You want to be fresh caught. So anyway, we don't have it here In my town, I just get sardines work good. I get sardines, which I can eat them. I don't care much about them. And I put some hot sauce on, stuff like that. Sardines and canned tuna, and smoked oysters. I like smoked oysters. Avocado, and several other things. And then one doctor claimed, and I hadn't really checked this study out. I usually check them out with other doctors and stuff. But she said that you should have 1 gram of protein daily. Whoa, that's that track I was telling you about. It just fell apart. To the your body weight. So if I weigh 250 pounds, I need 250 grams of protein at my age per day. And that's a lot of protein. Red meat is your best choice. Fresh red meat. But the problem I have is these cows are all these growth hormones. Ooh, I need to get some stuff to help me talk. The stuff they feed these cows to make them grow faster causes problems in our body, they claim. We need stuff that's like the old timers had, grass fed. So I have trouble with red meat, except deer meat. And I used to eat a lot of deer meat. I didn't hunt this year. I wish I had a. But man, you go get deer meat processed and you take that money and buy you a brand new truck, as expensive as it is. You don't walk away around here without spending a couple $100. You get some sausage and stuff made in that deer process. There's another cracker here somewhere, but this thing ain't working at all. There it is right there. Going right through that. And we're gonna throw that away. That's that crack. All right, let me reach over here. I'm gonna get one more good piece and we're gonna call it quits. I see cracks in this piece. Look how big it is. You see the cracks. Cracks right there. I don't know if this piece is gonna work out because of all these cracks, but I'm still gonna show you when you got a piece this big, you want to thin it as possible before you lose your width this way. And this is what I'm going to try to show you how to do. I'm looking for natural platforms to hit on. And there's one right there, but it's not that good, and one there. They're not that good. So on this one, I'm going to have to create me some. So this is caved in here. So I'm going to hit here. That's going to help give that side convection when I get ready to use it, or to hit on it. And I'm hitting down towards my body, like this. And let's turn it over, and that looks real good. This thing liable to fall in 6 pieces, all these cracks I see. And it might hold up. That piece went right to there. That piece went right to there. Now, look at the convexity I put in this. By hitting down like this, don't come around here. I'm going to explain to you why when I get through with it. What I'm hoping I did, I can come this way. This edge was so far down on this side, if I'd have brought it up, it took forever, but up here it wasn't. So I turned it down right there, and I'm hoping by hitting right there, it worked. I'll take that out. Come over here. Lightly tap down. Remove all that. Now, I still don't have no good natural platform. I'm gonna hit here on this platform. It's not good. And I'm just gonna zigzag it. See if I can get it good. And remember, right now, I'm hitting this way down towards me. Trying to move this up. When I turn it over, it'll be below the center line. Just like that. But I don't like the way that looks. Got two lines right there in the way. I'm gonna tap down some more. That's a lot better. That's a good point right here. That didn't do good. So the crack's right in there. There's a crack coming through there, going right into there. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna hit this way and bring this edge up, get me a good platform. I'm gonna tap that crack and see how deep it goes. So I wanna know if it goes, I'm gonna find out, because I'm not gonna work on this rock for 20 minutes around that crack, and then all of a sudden that crack goes all the way through it. I'm gonna find out as quick as I can if that crack's gonna be a problem. So I need to throw this rock away and not waste my time on it. That crack's still there. That's where the hinge is. I'm gonna come off this end. I don't think it's gonna be a problem. You just don't know until I get this done. Okay, there's the crack. It just caved in. It looks like part of the outside of a seashell or something. Who knows? I've seen oyster shells in these, especially these Florida rocks. I'm gonna come this way and see if I can feather into it. That plate didn't run far enough. The reason that plate didn't run far enough, I hit the wrong angle. My angle was too deep, and honestly didn't hit it hard enough with the angle being that deep. Wasn't enough force to move the mass. There we go, gonna cross there. Let's see what this one will do. That's where I caused problems a while ago when I didn't have enough force to move the amount of material I was trying to move. Nothing's working right now. Look at that hinge, crack, hinge. Ain't looking good for the home team. Not looking good for the home team. All right, here we go. And try to run it up that way. Went right through that crack. Look at that crack still there, that's what I'm talking about. And I could have been working on that top and down the sides and avoiding that crack and all that kind of stuff and get this thing real thin and wham, there's the crack. Still got a lot of time in it right now, just trying to figure out how to get that crack out of there. see. I'm trying to see. If I don't get it out, it's too deep, put it that way. One actually I'm seeing right now running through there. But this one's still hanging on. Man, it goes right around through there. Unbelievable. Such a big old pretty piece of rock. Always something. I never had one go working on it. It was perfect. You didn't find some kind of flaw or something will mess up. I guess that's what makes it fun flint knife. It's always a challenge. All right. This joker is coming right around there. I'm gonna go back this way again. Still there. Yeah, if this is one you work on it and get it real thin, it's gonna break over you. More than likely. So, I don't know. I think since y'all are watching this, I'm going to do this just for educational purpose for me and you too. But if you look at how crazy this is, it's hinges everywhere up here where I've been avoiding it, trying to build convexity to get that crack out. Trying to chase that crack and see how far it goes. So I'm going to, even though I believe this rock's going to break, I'm wasting my time. But if it didn't have a crack, I want to show you how to get this out. I put it in there. I'm going to hit straight down. My shot wave went under that crack by hitting this way. Like that. Got rid of that problem. I got this problem now. Try to get rid of it. One little spot there. There we go. Fell out that part of that crack. I chased that crack out. See where that crack went right through there and it fell out? I still might get a 2.5 inch port, maybe 3 out of it. But what I'm doing is I got rid of all these hinges. I'm come up here and try to get rid of these. Y'all gone with that one right there? Several ways you can get rid of it. I'm going to explain to you how to do it. When you hit a hinge like this, you'll know. I make sure I got convexity going into it. I can hit this way behind it and undermine it and come back and undermine it. Or I could hit straight down right in the middle like this and see if it's working. Got it out. This is what it did. It got it out, but it made a little fine one across there because I didn't hit in deep enough. I didn't have enough convexity. I'm gonna get that out real quick. I'm gonna throw this piece in the maybe pile. Maybe, maybe not. I got it all out real good. That seam right there is part of that crack I'm chasing. Not a hinge. We're gonna see if we can come across here. It went right through there and came out and went around there. Still in there. I'll pick that one up. Hope y'all enjoy that and have a blessed day.